Very good morning, everyone. So, I welcome you all for this orientation session on geography optional. So, today, what we are going to do, I will just give you a brief idea. we are going to get a general idea about the optional, that is geography, what is the syllabus, what UPSC is expecting from the aspirant, how geography can be helpful in your final selection, what are the myths and realities about the geography optional, what does UPSC's final merit list speak about geography optional, that is 2023 just recently declared, how many students are there in first 150 ranks from the geography optional, what are the percentages shown to you, whether it is true or false. All these things we are going to see in today's video. I hope you got the idea what is the objective. So I will help you to understand what will be the approach, our approach to the geography optional, and how the classes are scheduled and what you can expect from me and this geography optional. Is it clear? Let us try to start. So before starting this optional, I want you to know what is the role of any particular optional. What is the role of any particular optional? I hope this is visible, guys. Come on. Any particular optional in your final selection. So optional, as we know, carries 500 marks weightage. So this 500 marks decide, they are extremely important because they are going to decide two things. First is your final selection. They will help you to decide your final selection. Along with general studies marks and your interview mark, that is personality test marks, these marks are the most important, which will help you to get into the final merit list. And second most important is which service you are going to get. Service allocation will be also decided on this. For example, just imagine if you are having the edge of basically plus 20 or 25 marks in basically आपका optional, that essentially will bring you from basically police service to administrative service. Getting the idea? But question here is, on what basis you should choose this optional? What should be the basis or the factors which shall help me to choose the optional? Am I right? So I will help you out on what criterias you should choose the optional. The most important optional, see, understand, as per the UPSC ka notification, as per UPSC notification, let that be any optional, geography or any optional. What the aspirant is expected, UPSC in its notification mentions that, aspirant needs to study any optional subject up to the master's degree, that is up to the MA ka level. Getting the idea? That means it is in basically general studies, it speaks about only thing, one thing, that is candidate should be aware about the general issues ongoing, correct? And should not merely consist of information or facts, rather you should be able to analyze the things. This is what they have mentioned about general studies. But in optional, you should have bit deeper understanding. This is what UPSC mentioned in its notification. So that is the reason why when you are choosing the optional, you should be very, very wise while you are choosing the optional. Most of the aspirants tend to basically consider few of the optionals as short in syllabus, easy and high scoring. But this is not the reality. It's a myth also and a reality also. Not all are able to score. On the basis, because they are not understanding why that most of the aspirants are not able to score well in the option that they are choosing, because they lack genuine interest in the subject. Understand this. Optional is one particular thing in this your complete GS journey where you have to study this optional in the classes for about, let us consider 4.5 months to 5 months I am writing, correct? This is the duration that you need for preparation, that is study. Second, when you want to understand the optional in detail, you need to have inquisitive nature. Inquisitive nature, I mean, you should have the ability to basically understand, grasp the thing and question the things. Getting the idea? For that, what is most important is the interest. Secondly, For example, this examination ongoes for about 1 year. Let us consider you are able to clear this examination in first or second attempt. Let us consider in second attempt you got into final service. Second attempt matlab 3 years as per the UPSC. Logical? Kaise? Because the exam itself goes for about 1 year. So now when you consider 3 year, I am taking this period also. Correct? When this 3 years go, you have to be with the optional, that is any optional with the geography like optional for very long duration. So you can stay with any particular subject for very long duration if you are having the interest. I hope you are getting the idea. Second, you should understand the relevance of this optional in two things. First, relevance of this in general studies paper, that is in the mains examination and prelims examination. They are the two most important things. For example, recently I have conducted intensive bridge course for paper GS paper 3. Now GS paper 3 carries how many marks? 250 marks. GS paper 3 consists of total 6 subjects: economy, agri, science and tech, internal security, disaster management and environment. Trust me, just now I completed IBC GS paper 3, all the 6 subjects in about 90 hours, only from the mains perspective. 70 to 80% of the syllabus except internal security and science and tech. So internal security, most of the part is also in geography. I will tell how and where in political geography. Except certain part, like especially science and tech, most of GS3 is completely आपका geography. About I would say about 180 marks का paper directly come from geography. If you are considering economy as core economy, वैसे नहीं होता. Economic geography is the one thing that we have to study. 5-year plans, correct? Economic growth and development, trade, transportation, communication. These are all the part of the syllabus that I will show it to you. Secondly, if you consider GS paper 1, general studies paper 1. In GS paper 1, there are 3 main subjects: history, society, geography. Last year in official UPSC paper, there were 95 marks ka paper only from one thing, that is geography. Coming to GS paper 2, if you consider GS paper 2 में geography का क्या relevance है, then just see here, just see here. This is the syllabus we are going to discuss in detail, but here I just want to show you. See this political aspects. In this political aspect, if you just see geographic basis for the Indian federalism. Federalism is a topic of the polity, but we have to understand from geographic perspective. State reorganization, correct? Emergence of the new states, correct? Interstate issues. Abhi, from here you just see international boundary of India and related issues. Cross-border terrorism, correct? This is a part of basically GS3, internal security. Now here you just see India's role in the world affairs, geopolitics of South Asia and Indian Ocean region. This is completely international relations. Am I right? Matlab, what I want to say in simple words is that this subject has direct relevance with आपका GS paper 2. With your GS paper 2, correct? I hope you are getting the idea. First is basically आपका interest in the subject. Second is the relevance of this optional in your mains preparation and your prelims preparation. In mains preparation, you should know how is it relevant in GS paper 1, GS paper 2, GS paper 3, and I will claim in essay paper. Ethics में इतना नहीं, लेकिन in this 4 paper, it has direct relationship. Just now what we saw is that here we are having geography of 95 marks only from geography optional. In GS paper 2, just now you saw international relations and certain aspects of polity, from where you can expect about 3 to 4 questions that you can manage it from the optional. GS3 almost about, as I mentioned earlier, GS3 almost about basically आपका 170 to 180 marks का paper is from here, and yes, it does have advantage to give the dimensions from geography. So any subject, when you are choosing any subject, first you should have interest in that subject, second that should be relevant in your general studies paper, and third most important is basically आपका basically understanding the syllabus. If you are understanding the syllabus, then it is very easy for you to go ahead with the optional preparation. And fourth, after this syllabus, after understanding the syllabus, what you have to do? You have to read, understand, prepare the notes and do the writing practice. Once if these 4 steps are done, then your most of the part is already completed. I hope you are getting the idea. So in this video, I am going to help you out to understand these 4 points and how and why will be geography relevant in basically आपका UPSC journey. Getting the idea? So let us try to understand the optional ka basic things. So here we will understand the syllabus. Secondly, we will understand the nature of the subject. That is, who should opt and who should not opt for this optional. We will also understand what is the book list, because there are various myths in the market about geography, that geography is very vast. I will explain about it, whether it is true or false or partially true and partially incorrect. That I will explain. Uske baad we will understand relevance in the GS and how the classes are going to go. Is it clear? So basically this optional paper consists of 2 papers, paper 1 and paper 2. Paper 1 consists of 2 parts, section A, section B. Section A consists of physical geography. This is आपका human geography. I hope you are getting the idea. And there you are having Indian geography. I hope you are getting. I know you know the scheme of the examination. In paper 1, there will be question number 1, A, B, C, D, E. Question number 2, A, B, C. देखा है कभी पेपर? हाँ या ना? So basically, I hope that geography optional का पेपर का तो समझ में आया. How the paper is optional का 2 पेपर होगा. One paper is for physical geography and human geography. Second is completely आपका Indian geography. Now, what is the syllabus of paper 1, paper 2, and how? What is the nature of this complete subject itself? For that, we need to understand in detail आपका syllabus. Now, what I will do? I do have the syllabus here, but still I will try to write the major points on the board so that you can understand the aspects related to the optional in detail. Let us try to understand. Now, in this geography option, which consists of 2 papers, geography consists of 2 papers, that is paper 1 and paper 2, correct? Paper 1 consists of another 2 chapters, 2 topics mainly. Section A, that is आपका physical geography and human geography. Human geography. And this is your Indian geography. Indian geography. This paper has essentially a mapping component. What you have to do, there will be map points, 10 map points given, and on India's ka outline you have to do the mapping. Where is Nagarhole, where is Hampi, vagera vagera. Now, after this, try to understand which are the, out of this paper 1, there are total 10 chapters. And here also you are having 10 chapters. Out of these 10 chapters, you are having 5 chapters in physical geography and 5 chapters in human geography. Physical geography का 5 chapters are as follows. First is आपका geomorphology. Second, it is your climatology. उसके बाद you are having oceanography. Then you are having something called as basically आपका biogeography and environment geography. Biogeography and environment geography. Be very attentive about this, because I am going to decode most of the things. I hope you got it. 5 chapters are geomorphology, climatology, oceanography, biogeography and environment geography. Here the most important first chapter what you have is perspectives in human geography. Perspective in human geography. Second, what you have is economic geography. Then you are having population and settlement geography. population and settlement geography. Fourth, what you have here is आपका regional planning, regional planning. And here last point what you have is your आपका models, theories and the laws, model, theories and the laws in geography. Correct? Now here I am going to decode each and every point of the syllabus so that you will get what is this geography. Correct? यहाँ तो समझ में आया total. This is a physical geography. This is human geography. Paper 1. Paper 2 I will explain. I hope you got it. Now, try to understand this word itself. Geography. What is the meaning of geography? Geography. Geo मतलब earth and graphy मतलब description. So what we have to see is the earth's description. Correct? Geography में what we are going to study is the earth's description. But question is, what are you going to describe? For example, imagine you are going to Himachal Pradesh or Rajasthan, you are able to see the relief features, phenomena, etc. But when you come back here, if you are writing the book, then you are describing what you saw in Rajasthan and Himachal. Geography is like that. Earth's ka description. What Earth's ka description? About first, geophysical phenomena. Geophysical phenomenon or processes. Example, you went to basically Himachal or Jammu Kashmir, you are able to see something called as landslide, am I right? Or you are able to experience something called as basically आपका earthquake, correct? You are able to see something called as mountains, that is आपका geographic relief features. Relief features. For example, when you come to Karnataka, you are able to see plateaus. When you go to Himalayas, you are able to see mountains. When you go to Uttar Pradesh, you are able to see the plains. So geography is about the description of the geophysical phenomena or processes like earthquakes, volcano, landslides, etc., etc. At the same time, it will also help us to understand which relief features are where and why. For example, Bangalore mein you stay, Bangalore is nothing but it's a plateau. That is why when you come to the OGP 2, you might have seen that many times geography यहाँ पे ऐसा है, where in the Bangalore the relief is like this. It's a plateau, it's a rolling plateau. Getting the idea? Now question is, when imagine you are a geographer. Now your work as a geographer is to explain or describe about all these phenomena, processes scientifically. Example, if I say we are having something called as basically आपका Himalayan mountains. Imagine if I am speaking about Himalayan mountains, then geographer's ka role is the following thing. Here I am taking example of Himalayas, so you can take the example of any other. For example, let us take the second example. So if I speak about one particular point, that is here what you are having, Himalayas, correct? Himalayas. So geographers' work is to describe Himalayas also, no doubt at all it. But question is, why is that Himalayas are not here? Getting the point? Why is that they are present here? What is the factor responsible for the formation of the Himalayas? Which process led to the formation of the Himalayas? For example, plate tectonic theory will explain the formation of Himalayas in this region. Correct? Now, when you go to Himalayas, you are able to see different landforms. Which are the landforms? You are able to see the mountains, valleys, then waterfalls, etc. These are all erosional landforms. But when you come down from the hill or from the mountains, you are able to see all what is there? The deposits. Those are nothing but depositional landforms. So, what do we have to study here? The relief features like mountains, geophysical phenomena which led to the formation of the mountains, and various erosional and depositional features. This is the part of geomorphology. Getting the idea? Geomorphology is nothing but study of the earth surface in detail. I hope you got it. Geomorphology, that is earth's description about geophysical phenomena, process and the relief features. That is आपका geomorphology. But question here is not only geomorphology, but at the same time when you are describing the earth's phenomena, when there were different travelers in the past, they also described earth ka different type of climate, they describe different type of people मतलब basically आपका population, their settlement, how they are settling, their activities मतलब trade, commerce, etc. At the same time, we also need to understand about different industries, different agriculture practices, different types of soil, etc. मतलब a geographer's role is to explain why if you try to understand, here you are having some type of climate we call as arid type of climate, where it is here, correct? While in Karnataka, you are having on the Western Ghats, you are having tropical type of climate. So question is, this arid type of climate in Rajasthan, in the Western Rajasthan, it is arid, but it's a desert. Question is, why it is arid? If it is arid, what is the type of the soil that you find here? Depending upon the soil, what is the type of the agriculture that you can find here? For example, cultivation of bajra. While if you come to basically Karnataka, what you find? Western Ghats, you find on the basically windward side of the mountains, you can find coffee plantation, rubber plantation, etc. or cashew plantation. That means different type of crops grow in different type of climatic regions. But at the same time, you should understand why is it that here you are having Sahel and Sahara desert, West Australian desert, Atacama and Patagonia desert. Why is that they are present here itself? Why that Sahel region is not present here? That means we have to understand the major climates of the world as you are understanding the geomorphology, because geography is not only description of the relief features. In geography, we have to understand the following things. First of all, we have to understand why is that there is formation of basically Andes mountain here, Rockies mountain, Andes mountains, Himalaya mountains. That is mountains example. I am not explaining all. Secondly, we are also understanding not only this part, but glacial landforms. Correct? We will also understand all the arid landforms. Is it clear? We will understand erosional and depositional features. Example, Himalayas ke paas by a river. Getting the idea? So what we are doing in geomorphology, are understanding all these relief features and the phenomena. Why is that this part is called as Pacific Ring of Fire? Here there is lot of volcanic eruptions, correct? Volcanic eruptions and the earthquakes. यहाँ पे क्यों होता है? Why it is not present in India? Have you ever heard volcanoes in Himalayas? Never. Why is it not? Despite the convergence of the plates, why is that there is no earthquake in no volcanoes in the Himalayas? So ये scientific explanation is आपका geomorphology. That is what I mentioned. But at the same time, you also have to understand the climate of the world. Which type of climate you can find in which region? Getting the idea? Next, within this climate only, as what you are able to see right now, is one of the major phenomena that you are able to see presently is आपका monsoons. Correct? Presently, you are getting something called as basically monsoon, and this monsoon is presently creating lot of challenges in the form of floods. Correct? Also, each year, what we notice is that each year, here we receive on the eastern coast, we receive lot of cyclones. So, understanding the cyclones, monsoonal pattern, formation of the different climates do come under the climatology. Getting the idea? Now, when I speak about oceanography, that is, I hope you are understanding it. What I am doing, I am trying to tell you each one of it. Geomorphology समझ में आया? Correct? In general, climatology का idea आ गया. Now, when you come to oceanography, now this climate formation on the Earth's surface or different resources, that is mineral and basically food resources found in the oceans are very important. These oceans comprise, Atlantic, Pacific, Indian Ocean comprise 70% of the Earth's surface. But this ocean from its top till its bottom is, if you try to understand, its bottom is not even. The bottom of this is called as something continental shelf. Am I right? So this is what I am showing here. Continental shelf, this is slope, this is abyssal plain, etc. This is आपका ocean bottom. This is आपका ocean bottom. I hope you are understanding, right? And here you are having something called as basically mean sea level. मतलब यहाँ पे पूरा पानी होगा, correct? That means ocean bottom is not even or the plane as what we saw. It does have lot of, I would say, lot of volcanic eruptions, correct? It does have the trenches. We have to study in oceanography all the submarine relief features, that is what is present below the water in the oceans in detail. We also have to understand the different mineral resources that we can expect from basically oceans. Getting the idea? Which are the resources that we can expect, vagera vagera. That all the parts, for example, we have to understand about coral reef ecosystem, the formation of the coral reefs. We have to understand about tides, correct? Matlab various aspects related to ocean. In this context, we will also understand simultaneously how do basically this something called as basically oceanic currents like Labrador current, correct? Uske baad you are having Peru current. All these currents, that is cold oceanic current and warm oceanic current, how they influence the world climate. So oceanic currents, that is movement of the water in a particular direction under the influence of the planetary winds, is called as oceanic current. Planetary winds we are going to understand in climatology. How do this planetary wind tri-cirrus circulation model do affect basically the oceanic currents? ये पूरा हम लोग पढ़ेंगे ocean में, resources, oceanic currents, corals, etc. etc. I hope you got it. Oceanography में ये आएगा. So now coming to the biogeography, I just now spoke about something called as soil. Soil matlab the topmost layer on the earth's surface consisting of basically solid, liquid and gaseous elements. Now this soil, you might have seen different type of soil. For example, here you have seen, almost here you are seeing frequently something called as alluvial soil, correct? Here you are seeing black cotton soil, correct? Black cotton soil. You might have seen red soil, laterite soil, vagera vagera. So question is, how are these different types of soil formed? Why is that it has red color? Why is that it has black color? So formation of the soil we are going to understand in the form of soil genesis, matlab soil ka origin. We'll also understand, imagine in a soil profile, imagine this is the earth's surface, here you are having lot of grasses. What is below this and how does the soil profile look below the earth's surface? Example, from parent rock till the fine layer, how is this soil formed? Why is that there are different types of soil in the different regions? How do climate affect the types of the soil? Which type of soil has which property, physical and chemical properties? Getting the idea? In the whole world, which type of soils you will find in which region? Which crops you will find in which region? That we are going to study. Whether the soil is basic or acidic, that we will understand. Depending upon that, crop will be dependent, correct? For example, this type of soil here on the Western Ghats, which type of soil you find is laterite soil. The laterite soil will support the growth of basically cash crops like आपका rubber, cashew, etc. I hope you are getting idea. So soil में formation of the soil, this soil and agriculture का co-relationship, soil impact by the climate of a region, soil and agriculture, or I will say soil and resources also you can consider. I hope you got it. In this context, now come to the environmental geography. This is very important. I hope you got it. Oceanography, biogeography, environment geography. Environment geography explains in detail all the how this phenomena or the ecology, that means on the earth's surface everywhere you are having plant and animal life, what we call as flora and fauna. So when you are considering flora and fauna, that is plant and animal life, we do know that they are interrelated to each other. For example, just now when I came to classroom, I actually had something called as idli. For example, when I'm eating idli, that idli I can get it from rice. That means the rice crop is making use of the solar radiation to prepare its own food, and it is storing the food in the form of the starch in the rice molecules, and that rice is being consumed by me. Matlab energy is transferring from sun to basically आपका rice and from rice to me. So this energy transfer in the ecosystem, that means I am related to ecology by basically आपका sun and basically the temperature around me, and I am dependent upon producer. We have to understand this in a holistic way. That is आपका environmental geography, principles of ecology, etc., that we'll understand here in environment geography. Now comes the most important part, that is आपका second part, human geography. Most of the students don't consider this as basically geography. Now when you're considering this part of the geography, I do tell you that this is a bit scientific and technical subject, where you need to have common principles, understanding of the physics, etc. That means this part of the syllabus is, can I say, it is technical in nature or scientific in nature. That is why geography is extremely popular amongst the engineering and basically आपका humanity, engineering and medical science students, because it थोड़ा सा scientific है. I hope you got it, but that is not complete paper. That is part of it. Getting the idea why that this is a very popular subject, especially among the aspirants in the Delhi who also are coming in the final merit list. It is not so popular nowadays in Bangalore, but Delhi mein it is extremely popular, where students are also getting into final merit list only because of only one thing, geography. Again here, out of the box, I will tell you a few things. On Telegram channel, there are multiple Telegram channels, everyone know that because it's an open source. On that Telegram channel, there is one PDF there was one PDF circulating after the results of 2023, where one of those particular, I don't know his name, one of the person has compiled 150 names, first 150 names, and in front of that 150 names, already DOPT has done it, name wise list is there, unka GS number are there, and unka optional numbers are there. Have you seen that list? On DOPT and UPSC has released it. 968 results are there, correct? Selections 1 to 960 rank, unka name, correct? Starting from Aditya Shrivastava till last. Unka basically score in the general studies paper, unka score in the optional, unka score in physical personality test. Now if you just see of 150 people ना, उसमें से maximum number of selection are from geography. This is against the myth that in your दिमाग में जो बैठा है ना, उसके against है. I am asking you to go home, download that PDF and just count geography से कितने. You will get it. Getting that? That's the open source. You can check it. But यहाँ पे what we feel is बहुत बड़ा है, बड़ा वगैरह नहीं है. We can manage it. Getting that? Yeah? Now come to the second point. Now, why is that? Now question is, why is that humanities का student, that is BA, BSc or any other commerce student, do prefer geography? उसका main reason is social science. Is social science. Geography is a social science. मतलब science भी है plus social भी है. मतलब this geography which involves description of what? What does it involve? Description of the earth surface. Let that be description of the agriculture pattern, let that be description of the settlement, let that be description of population, kuch bhi. But when you are describing the earth's surface, geophysical phenomena, really features, agriculture, industries, the most important component here is man. Correct? Man is a integral component of the nature. So if I'm just explaining nature, that is mountains, plateaus, plains, or volcanoes, earthquake, etc., or oceanic currents, without the inclusion of man, then it will be injustice. So that is why geography incorporate both. It is a social science. That is why geography is called as a social science. समझ में आ रहा है आपको? It is a social science because it also studies scientifically the man. Getting that, and that is what is your first point, that is perspectives in the human geography. Here we are going to understand, let us take simple example. Have you seen the people in Africa or Yemen? Africa, I mean from this region, Sahel region. And just imagine the people from Europe. Scandinavian countries or United Kingdom. Tell me, where do you find better development? In the Europe, Scandinavian countries? Question is why? Question is why? It is the role of the geographer to study this. Why is that? Why it is so that basically the development is poor in this region compared to this A region compared to this B region. That is, Africa mein poor development is there with respect to Scandinavian countries. This is what is the role of the geographer. We have to understand what is the main reason. Correct? So for this, we have to understand perspectives. Perspective in human geography. Because man is an integral component of what? Nature, as I mentioned. So it is our duty to understand this holistically. Example. It is said that people in the arid regions, that is A region, are lazy, timid and non-thinkative. That is why वहाँ पे cultural evolution ज़्यादा होगा नहीं. Why? Because most of the energy of the people go in managing the external climate only. Extreme harshful conditions. I have to waste all of my energy in just managing to the external conditions. While if you go to temperate regions, climate is moderate. Correct? Soil is good, crop cultivation can be better. So that is why man will get more time to think. That is why Europe is developed, because the people are thinkative. That is why many revolutions took place here. Renaissance period, revolution period, industrial, वो यहाँ पे ही होगा, because people are thinkative and these people are born to rule the world. ऐसा many geographers कह रहे हैं. मतलब we have to understand why is that people behave in such a way in a particular region. I hope you are getting the idea. So that can be linked to geography. मतलब result of the development is directly correlationship with what? Geography. Am I right? Same way, if you consider Northeast India, वहाँ पे भी there is forest, but if you see, there is lack of development in that region. वहाँ पे forest is there in northeastern region, in this area, correct? But there is lack of development. Question is why? Geography studies this. It is because of rugged geographic terrain, mountains, plateau, mountains, and basically आपका dense forest. It is very difficult to construct the infrastructure. And उससे भी ज़्यादा important है population geography. If you just understand the northeast population, you are having multiple ethnic and racial diversity of the people. Correct? So diversity of the people, these are tribal people which do not like the outside interference. That is why you are having valley and basically mountain clashes in Manipur. समझ में आ रहा है आपको? Insider versus outsider. So tribal people are such type of people who will love to maintain their identity, their culture. उनको बाहर का interference is not, basically they do not desire it. This is also a theory in perspectives. This theory which I told, that environment will climate will determine whether people are going to be born or whatever, or born to rule or going to be slaves, is called as deterministic school of thought. That is perspective. But now let us see another example, another scenario. So in our perspectives, how climate will be determining development and how it is affecting. Let us see yet another example. Rajasthan. What is it? It is a arid area, desert. But still, here we have seen people are cultivating, sometimes we have seen people are cultivating rice or sugarcane. How is it possible? If nature was determining everything, then Rajasthan ka people should have been underdeveloped completely. This is what is the geographic thinkers, one of the thinkers saying. But the reality is not such. Why? Because we have constructed something called as basically Indira Gandhi Canal. Correct? That means Indira Gandhi Canal has taken the water from Bias river, Satluj and Bias river, from this part till Jaisalmer. Getting the area? From Jaisalmer to Barmer. That means in arid area, humans have constructed a canal and through that canal water is moving. That means who have done this? Nature ने किया क्या पानी? No. We have done it. Who are we? Humans. That means human have the capability to alter the nature. Human have capability to alter the dictation of the nature. Getting the idea? That is called as possibilism. मतलब मेरे पास I do have the capabilities to alter the dictation of the nature, that is aridity. I hope you got it. So basically there are different theories and thinkers which will tell about something. For example, let us take yet another important perspectives. Perspectives में theories are there a lot. That is called as stop and go determinism. Example, if you came to this classroom and the orientation or a bike or in a car, at a traffic signal you might have seen three types of color: green, amber and red. Green signal shows you can move. Amber signal shows slow down and stop. Red signal says that now you have to stop, you cannot move. Exactly, nature is like this. Let us take example of Kerala floods. Let us take example of Uttarakhand floods. Let us take example of present Pune floods. Any type of floods. Now here along the Western Ghats, each year you see something called as floods and landslide. Imagine this is a mountain. Imagine this is a mountain. On this mountain, what people are doing are encroachment and mining. Nature will say, do it up to a particular certain limit. But there is one particular limit after which if you are trying to change the nature or dictation of the nature, then what is going to happen? Catastrophe, that is disaster. Getting the idea? That is called a stop and go determinism. That will nature will provide you sufficient options to alter its nature, but after a particular extent, it is going to lead to a catastrophe. Getting the idea? So such things you have to study in perspectives. Getting the perspective matlab kya? Studying man itself. What did it grow? Now let us come to this point, very important point. That is, in perspectives of human geography, there are theorists and thinkers. People think only in sociology and PSR there are thinkers. ऐसा है नहीं. Here also we have to think Greek thinkers. We have to study Roman thinkers. We have to study Arab scholars. What did Strabo say? What did Plato say? Aristotle का क्या कहना था? They have commented upon basically, I would say, democracy. At the same time, they have commented upon geography also. Getting the idea? Because geography science था ही नहीं उस वक्त. So that is why these people have commented upon everything. We have to study उनका भी views in this perspective. I hope you got it. Now coming to the economic geography. Now directly come to this part: models, theories, and laws. So now question is, let us consider model, theories, and law. This is about geography, human geography. That is, man is integral part of the geography. Now you might have seen, if you go to any ancient cities, there is a particular type of settlement ka structure. You will see the city, around the city there will be basically horticulture or milk production. That milk will be coming to the customers in the city. Uske baad there will be cash crops cultivation वगैरह वगैरह. मतलब there is a type of a agriculture pattern which is observed in आपका agriculture. There is a type of a pattern which is observed in a settlement. There is a type of a pattern which is observed in industry. For example, industrial location, that is a theory in geography. TISCO, Tata Iron and Steel Company, where do you find it? Jamshedpur. Why only Jamshedpur and why not in Bangalore? Q. That means there is a theory or there is a rationality behind the location of a particular industry. Why is that IT Silicon industry Electronic City में ही establish किया? Why? Why not in धारवाड़? यहाँ पे क्यों किया? बोलो. ये है geography. To understand where which industry will be located, for that you are having a model or a theory which will explain us to locate a particular industry in particular region by understanding the resources and the economic geography also. Example, TISCO. In Jamshedpur, Tata Iron Steel is located because of three things. For industry, what you need? Factors of location, transportation, raw materials, labor. These are the three most important things. Government policies are also there. I do know it. But these three are the most important: transportation, labor, raw materials. Now, imagine if raw material is not available, then there is no point in locating that basically industry in Jamshedpur. Now, there is second option, that raw material you can import to Dharwad and put TISCO ka plant in Dharwad in Karnataka, or for that matter Mumbai le do, because everyone online also knows Mumbai, right? Mumbai mein from Tisco you take to Mumbai, rather than locating industry there, you locate to Mumbai. But the additional cost of this transportation of iron ore, coal is very much high, so it will not be profitable to this industry. The raw material gaya, correct? That is why it is not transportation cost be increase hoga. That is why it is not wise to locate it in Mumbai, rather that will be better. That is Jamshedpur will be better. I hope you are getting the idea. So which industry wahan pe we have to understand from a locational theories. Now whether this locational theory is applicable in the present times. Example, cotton textile industry. Where do you find cotton textile industry mainly? Cotton kapda kahan pe? Surat. That is in Mumbai, Ahmedabad region. That is in Maharashtra and Gujarat. But now, why is that this industry is present in that area only? Pehla, have you seen spinning and weaving activities? For spinning and weaving activities, you need humid type of climate. Moist, humid type of climate, one. Secondly, you need cotton. Third, you need labor. Fourth, you need capital. Fifth, you need transportation. Sixth, you need trade. All these facilities are available in Mumbai, Gujarat region. From Maharashtra, from black cotton soil, what you can take? From this black cotton soil, you can take all the cotton, transport it to this part because of good transportation. Capital was available here in the ancient times. That is why cotton and textile industry was present in this region. But now, because of technological advancement, to incorporate the local craftsmanship, ye industry have been disintegrated from this region to other regions, correct? This is called as decentralization of the industries. Q, because especially in Madurai, Chennai or any other places, you might have seen saris vagera. So to incorporate the local craftsmanship by technology, we can prepare the artificial humid climate conditions which will not allow the thread to break. That is why ye kya ho gaya? Disintegration. So what we have to study is the basically industrial location theory and the model and its relevance in the present times. Why is that? Very important. Why is that? You might have heard about Hyundai Motors. You might have heard about Ford. You might have heard about Audi. You might have heard about Mercedes. Why are they present in this part, or in Germany, or in Korea? Ye bhi hame padhna. Why is that this best industries of all these automobile manufacturers are present in Detroit in USA? Why is it कि basically Yokohama in Japan, वहां पे ही सबसे ज्यादा ऑटोमोबाइल इंडस्ट्री सही से क्यों है? फॉर एग्जांपल इन जर्मनी, जर्मन कार्स लाइक स्कोडा, वोक्सवैगन, वो वहां पे ही क्यों है? देयर आर सम रीजंस. फॉर लोकेशन ऑफ द इंडस्ट्रीज देयर इज थियरी. It depends upon multiple factors which I mentioned that we are going to study in the models and theories. Getting the idea? Now come to the economic geography. In economic geography, we have to understand trade. We have to understand resources. Where is iron ore? Where is coal? How is the trade ongoing across the world, especially after LPG reforms, liberalization, privatization in the globalization era? After the MNCs are there, how is the global trade pattern ongoing? Recently, apne economic survey dekha. We have to study economic survey. To understand this economic geography, to understand the global supply chains and the trade patterns, we have to study all this thing. We also have to study here poverty. We have to study here food security. For example, in Yemen, right now, because of the civil war, we are able to see something like famine-like situation. We have to understand why is that there is poverty. Second, why is that there is basically, I would say, food insecurity crisis over there. And was there any particular thinker who spoke about such things which are going to happen? And what can be the probable solution? This is the work of a geographer. But geographer ka kaam is not to just describe mountains, but to resolve the problems of the common people. That is why geography is very useful in administration. For example, if you are basically getting into service as an Indian administrative service, and if you are getting cadre as Odisha, in Odisha there is a district called as Koraput, one of the worst district, or the least worst, I mean in the least having the lowest HDI indicators, and now you are the district magistrate of that area. Now here you have to use your knowledge. What can I do to improve the productivity, to improve the livelihood of the people? This is what will help you. For this, understanding the geography is important. You should understand what is the resources present, which industry can grow, which crops can grow, how, what you have to do. ये सब कुछ काम है geographer का. Geography is not just about what you think कि भाई लैंडस्लाइड पढ़ लिया, प्लेट टेक्टोनिक्स पढ़ लिया, हो गया. That is just one chapter का one part. We are having 20 chapters. I hope you are understanding. Now, when you come to this, after this economic geography, which include food security, वगैरह, population settlement, very, very important. In this population settlement, we have to study different races. Population density. Example. We have to understand Mongoloid race. We have to understand Negroid race. Why is that these people are present in these areas? How is the nature affecting the people in this area? That is, why is that people in Africa are having dark skin tone? Why is that people in Mongoloid race are short and broad? Getting the idea? How is the nature affecting them? That is about population. Second, evolution of the languages. Language, sex ratio, caste. ये सारा का सारा हमें पढ़ना है. This is part of sociology and society. This everything we have to study. What is the type of the population distribution in India? Example, if you take population in Karnataka, let us take, since we are in Karnataka, let us take example of Karnataka. In Karnataka, if you consider all the districts, then in this region, population density is very, very poor. Why is it? We have to understand the reasons for it. Uske baad here, if you consider Bangalore, population density is very high. What is the population? That means there is regional disparity with respect to population distribution. Question is why? Or for that matter, here in Raichur Doab, the population density is very high, or agriculture activity is good. Question is why? So the type of the population we have to study. Various attributes to the population, about demography and everything we have to study. Distribution of population, everything we have to study in population. Settlement matlab, question is how do people settle and why do they settle in that area? Example, housing pattern. In Himalayas, you might have seen the houses which are having roofs, correct? You might have seen the houses in Rajasthan which are having basically the flat roof. यहाँ पे कैसा था? Slanting roof, flat roof. Why is that they are settling in the particular way? What is the purpose? What is something called as primate city? Correct? Rank size rule. ये सारा का सारा points we have to study under settlement geography. I hope you are getting the idea about settlement. Now, let us try to understand what is regional planning. As I mentioned, in regional planning, the role of a geographer, matlab imagine you are the chief secretary of Karnataka state and right now you are having a problem that this northeast Karnataka, Gulbarga, Bijapur, Bidar or any the foreign districts are least developed with respect to South Karnataka. Am I right? Or in Maharashtra, if you take other way, this part, that is Mumbai, Pune region, Nasik region is very, very developed, well developed, while in this part, that is Vidarbha and Marathwada, this is, let us consider this is Maharashtra, Vidarbha and Marathwada, here this is least developed. Am I right? This is least developed region of Maharashtra and this is a highly developed region of Maharashtra. Logical? That is why India का one of the worst scenario, farmers suicide, you are able to see in this region. It is a shame on us, correct? After 75 years, अगर ऐसा ही चल रहा है, it is shame on us, pathetic, कि अभी भी people are doing suicide. Who is responsible? Administration. Along with that, can I say geographers are also responsible? Because geography का role is to disintegrate the development from this part to this part, which are not able to do, or from development from this part to this part, which you are not able to do. Question is, how will you bring, what are you going to do, bring, or what are you going to do, and how you are going to plan for this region or this region? How are you going to bring the development to that region? What is the theory that you are going to follow? ये सब कुछ पढ़ना आपको regional planning. For that matter, this region is not well developed, correct? Lack of development is there. Why is that development is not able to penetrate? We have to understand. We have to find the measures. That we study under tribal area planning. मतलब regional development planning incorporate everything. समझ में आ रहा है? It is the role of the geographer to understand why is that Raichur Doab is developed, why is not other, and how we can penetrate that region. For this, we are having different theories, different models. ये कैसे ले जा सकता हूं मैं? That is the point that we have to study in regional planning. I hope you are getting the idea. So these are the 10 major chapters of basically paper 1, physical geography, human geography. People misunderstand, again I am repeating, people misunderstand geography as this part mainly, geomorphology, which is just one chapter out of total 20 chapters. इसके ऊपर merely 25 marks का compulsory you have to write. Out of total 250 marks, 500 marks में से 25 marks will come only from this. But people consider this as geography. That is a classic mistake. समझ में आ रहा है आपको? That means the role of geographer is to understand physical human geography. That means his role is to describe all the phenomena, all the climates, all the relief features, at the same time the type of the population, why they are, regional planning, settlement, agriculture, soil, industries, etc. The location of the industry depends upon the resources, वगैरह वगैरह. I hope you are getting the idea. Exactly all these points are directly applicable in paper 2. Just see now. Now here if you just see, this is syllabus of paper 1. This is syllabus of paper 1, geomorphology, climatology, oceanography, biogeography and environmental geography. Now if you just see here, there is factors controlling the landform development, continental drift theory, earthquake, volcanicity, etc. All these things we are going to study here, landforms वगैरह. In climatology, as I mentioned, cyclones and heat budget, etc. we are going to study here, and the different thinkers. Similarly, ocean bottom topography, the ocean relief features and minerals वगैरह वगैरह. Correct? Similarly, biogeography, environmental geography. I hope you got it. Perspectives in human geography, that is what is the difference thinkers speaking about. Economic geography मतलब world economic development. Measurement मतलब world economic development is measured in terms of GDP. So GDP and its measurement and what are the problems. हो गया economic geography आपका. Correct? World resources, where are which resources basically present, why, how. Energy crisis, GS paper 3. Correct? Limits to growth. World agriculture, which type of agriculture, वगैरह वगैरह. Food security, GS paper 3. Getting the idea? World industries वगैरह. उसके बाद population settlement, growth and distribution of the world population, where is which type of population, why, demographic attributes वगैरह. Correct? Settlement may be same. Getting there, सिर्फ thinkers are there. Models, theories and laws in the human geography, regional planning. Why is that there is regional imbalance? Then types of the region, what we are going to do, how we are going to do regional development strategy, how we are going to do plan the regional planning. Correct? समझ में आ रहा है आपको ये? Now, when you consider Indian geography, exactly वहां पे जो भी है, we have to apply here. For example, knowledge about the climate, knowledge about the geomorphology, etc. we have to study in physical stating. Correct? Physical stating includes monsoon, Indian monsoon का study, that is climate, climatic regions. Correct? Natural vegetation मतलब the आपका environment geography, soil मतलब biogeography, and the distribution मतलब whatever the 5 chapters are there, उसका application is this first chapter. At the same time, we have to also have to understand आपका most important thing, that is international relations, because of the first space relationship of India with the neighboring countries. समझ में आया? बांग्लादेश, चाइना वगैरह. That is why it is said that कि geography is whole inclusive, which includes everything. Getting the idea? Next, resources. Resources मतलब land, water, groundwater, where you find which type of resources. Agriculture I have already mentioned, depends upon the soil, which type of agriculture, why. Poultry वगैरह वगैरह. उसके बाद industry. Industrial geography was seen there, exactly same in Indian context. Here, transport, trade, communication, it is linked to the economic geography. Getting the idea? Next, cultural setting मतलब पूरा का पूरा population, that is Indian society, perspective of Indian society. हो गया आपका GS1 का society का part. See, racial, linguistic and ethnic diversity, society. Correct? उसके बाद religious minorities, tribes, then cultural regions, growth distribution of the population. मतलब here we have to understand पूरा society का aspects. I hope you are understanding it. Next, settlement. Where which type of settlement? Indian cities and problems with respect to urbanization. Correct? Problems of the urbanization, urban sprawl, slums, poverty, वगैरह वगैरह. Getting that? ये पूरा GS का syllabus है. Now coming to regional development planning, as I mentioned, tribal area development planning, for example, 5-year plan, command area development program, panchayat raj system, decentralized planning, rural development, integrated rural development. All these things we are going to study here. How that regional planning will bring the development to a region. What is the different thinkers speaking about it? उसके बाद political aspects. Political aspects I spoke about Indian federalism वगैरह वगैरह, correct? And then contemporary issues मतलब whatever you are studying उसका ये disaster management का topic है. Environmental pollution, disaster management वगैरह वगैरह. I hope you got it. Now if you try to understand this syllabus and its relevance in GS paper 1, 2, 3 as I mentioned. Hi Anna. I hope you understood the first major objective of this particular part, that is आपका understanding the syllabus. There are total 10 major chapters in paper 1. Uska major application you can find in Indian context. That means if you understand the nature of geography, then I will say 2 to 3 points. Geography is interdisciplinary subject which includes or which incorporate the knowledge of agriculture, which incorporate the knowledge of society, that is sociology, which incorporate knowledge of political theory, that is PSIR का भी चाहिए आपको, correct? समझ में आ रहा है आपको? मतलब it will give holistic idea. Secondly, it is not just scientific subject, it is semi-scientific or I will say pseudo-science. Why? Because it incorporate the study of man. Man is subjective in nature. My choices are determined by my, I would say, whatever decisions are, my decisions are decided by my choices. I hope you are understanding it. So basically, geography ka nature is interdisciplinary. Second, it is semi-scientific. That is why it is popular amongst technical students, that is scientific doctors, engineers, plus from BA, BCom, वगैरह. That is, both of them can effectively manage it. I hope you are getting the idea. So that is second major point about this geography option. Getting the things. Third major point about the geography, that once you understand the concept, then you can bring lot of current affairs, diagrams and case studies. Is it clear? Now, if you try to understand paper 1 and paper 2, I hope you got that Indian geography is nothing but application of paper 1. When you are studying industries, you should also able to apply industrial location ka models, theories, correct? When you are studying population geography in India, population ka thinkers jo tha, uska application in Indian context. I hope you are getting it. If you are studying climate, then you should also able to apply the concept of jet streams and others from paper 1. Matlab paper 2 is nothing but application of paper 1. Am I right? Next. This point I will comment last, what is the book source. Now I will go into relevance. This I am telling you again, it is relevant not only for GS paper 1, 2 and 3, but it is also relevant for essay. Let us try to understand. I will show you. Just now you have seen the syllabus in detail. Now let us see this particular part. In GS paper 1, just see this. And this is GS paper 1. If you just see this part, ye. Distribution of key natural resources, important, dekho, geophysical phenomena. Are you able to read it? Is it visible? Important geophysical phenomena such as earthquake, tsunami, volcanic activity, cyclones, geographic features, etc. These are all completely related to geography. Distribution of key natural resources. From here, कितना number का question आता है? 95. Correct? So these 3 points, 1, 2, 3 are completely related to geography out of 250 marks. I hope you got it. Now out of this first history, I am not saying anything, but from this society part, if you just understand this part, अभी आपने क्या देखा? Urbanization देखा था. At the same time, we are seeing their problems and their remedies. Population geography हमें, तो population and associated issues, poverty and developmental issues, these were directly the part of the syllabus. Am I right? At the same time, we have also seen effects of the globalization and Indian society. Correct? हाँ या ना? अभी देखा. Just see here. ये देखो, effect of MNCs वगैरह we have just seen here. कहाँ पे? Basically, if you just go through this, globalization and Indian economy, correct? Then liberalization and problems of liberalization and MNCs on India. ये पूरा का पूरा society का part is also related to geography. Now, when you consider GS paper 3, ये तो पूरा paper ही अपना है, correct? We have already seen Indian economy associated issues to planning. Now, when you consider planning, here you are having all the planning का, Panchayat Raj, planning for backward areas, correct? उसके बाद 5-year plans, command area development, सारा का सारा planning तो यहाँ पे ये था. Mobilization of the resources. Resources मतलब पूरा resource geography. Come on guys. Resources मतलब all this surface, land, groundwater, energy, minerals, biotic, marine resources. Correct? उसके बाद you are having growth development. We have seen world का major growths and development. Correct? If you just see in economic geography, world economic development measurement and problem. At this point, we have to study GDP, GNP, Human Development Index, वगैरह वगैरह. The same thing we are going to study here also. So I mean that economic geography is also related to Indian geography. Inclusive growth, arising issues, then this is the pura agriculture, major cropping pattern, this is pura agriculture. When you consider land reforms, it is a geographical direct part in agriculture. Liberalization, infrastructure, energy, ports. Getting the idea? And in GS2 also, it is completely related. I hope you're getting the idea. So this is how I hope that you got the relevance of this particular paper in your आपका mains examination. I hope you are getting the idea. This is directly linked to basically आपका mains preparation. See here, this geography, why I taken this diagram, not only studying this part and this part, geography including studying this part, human geography. I hope you're getting the idea. It includes study of the industries. It includes study of not only this world, all these phases, but India ka bhi. Getting the idea? I hope you got it. Now prelims. Relevance of this in prelims. What is the average cutoff of last 3 years? What is the average cutoff of last 3 years prelims examination? 85 to 90. Logical. 85 to 90 matlab how many questions? Net questions. Out of 100, 45. This year paper, did you see? Prelims. How many questions were there from geography? Ayo, paper nahi dekha. Online students, come on. How many questions were there? There were about 10 to 12 questions. Correct? 12 questions were directly from geography. Correct? I am telling official data. Environment ecology का कितना question था? I only take environment ecology. About कितना? 10, generally 14 questions average होते. This time the number was bit less. That means about, let us consider 12. Agriculture का कितना question था? 2 या 3. Correct? So if you consider all this together, an average from geography, direct relevance in the prelims is of about 30 to 35 questions. 35 to minimum. Getting the idea? कैसे बोलता हूँ? 35 questions from geography, environment, agriculture. 35 हो गया, you are left with 65. In this 65, you are having 18 questions from economy and basically 15 questions from polity. इसका 33. 35 plus 33 is 68. बचा हुआ बाकी history वगैरह सब कुछ. What I mean is that out of this 35, if you are able to get 30, 60 marks are done. Work completed. That is why one of the myth now I will tell you about the myths and realities. First myth. It is too long, it is not scoring and there is no result. ये 3 आपने डर सुने होंगे in the libraries and your seniors. बहुत लंबा है. Ashish sir is very good, but second is that he is very good, but the geography option is not scoring, not doing well, and it is too big. Am I right? These are the only 2 to 3 myths I will tell you. As per official data, nowadays a new trend is there where when orientation is taken, not only at insights, everywhere in India, they will show you percentage. Correct? Percentage दिखाते हैं आपको. मैं दिखाता हूँ आपको percentage कैसे निकालते हैं. Now, if I say, I hope you got this idea clearly. Now, if I say, out of 247 aspirants, if 247 aspirants may say, for example, about 28 aspirants are able to clear the examination, then what is the percentage of the success? कैसे निकालोगे? 247 by 28. How much is it? It will go about, basically I would say 10 to 14% के बीच में ले लो. So मतलब result of this optional is very good, 14%. अब मैं geography का बोलता हूँ official data. Official data says that geography का the people, now उसके पहले ये समझ लो, prelims means interview. I will just show you the few basic things. Interview, final list. Final list. Tell me, let that be any examination. I will take one basically simple figure. Let that be 2023 का exam last year, or let this be upcoming examination for which you are preparing 25. Let us consider notification comes out. In notification, what is the final? What will UP say? We are providing an advertisement for the recruitment of the people for All India services and central services, where the vacancies are 980 to 960. I am considering average vacancies as basically 1000. 1000 students are going to appear, going to get into final list. This is what UPSC says in notification. Uske baad it opens the window where you give the prelims. In prelims, about 7 to 8 lakh people appear for the prelims. correct? They appear. Out of this 7 to 8 lakh people which appear for the prelims, how many are taken for the mains? Anyone? The ratio is 12.5 to 13.0. मतलब इसमें से only about 13,000 students are taken. ये तो सच है, एग्जैक्ट डेटा बोल रहा हूं मैं आपको, प्लस माइनस 500. इसमें से इफ द फाइनल इंटरव्यू आर दिस मच, देन इसका रेशियो होता है इंटरव्यू का 2.5 to 3.0. मतलब हियर द एस्पिरेंट्स टेकन विल बी अबाउट 2,800 एंड इसमें से 1000 लिए जाएंगे. Out of 1,300, 2,800 are taken. Out of 8 lakh, 13,000 are taken. I hope you are getting the idea. Ab, each year, what we are able to observe is that, I will tell you the fact, as per the whatever the DOP take recent data we have, out of this about 12,000 to 13,000, about 1916 is precise number, but I am taking about 2,000. इसमें से 2,000 students are only from one optional, that is geography. That means it is still the optional which has maximum number of selections in, from prelims cleared, maximum number of the the people clearing the prelims are from geography. So that is why they appear for mains, correct? Ab, out of these 2,000 students, I am giving average number, out of these 2,000 students, basically about 80 people clear this exam. Let us take, मतलब आउट ऑफ 980, 80 लोग तो ज्योग्राफी के ही है. आई एम टेलिंग ऑफिशियली. नाउ टेल मी, आउट ऑफ दिस 80 स्टूडेंट्स आर फ्रॉम ज्योग्राफी. इंटरव्यू के लिए दे विल बी अबाउट, लेट अस टेक 150, एंड आउट ऑफ 150, 80 आर मेकिंग इनटू फाइनल मेरिट लिस्ट. नाउ माय क्वेश्चन इज, व्हाट इज द परसेंटेज ऑफ सक्सेस? व्हाट यू हैव टू डू फॉर परसेंटेज ऑफ सक्सेस? वेरी सिंपल, 2000 डिवाइडेड बाय 80. यहां पे कितना किया था? सो यहां पे इट विल बी 2000 में से 80 आर सिलेक्टेड. सो इसका परसेंटेज विल बी 2000 अपॉन 80. नाउ टेल मी वेदर यू शुड सी दिस पार्ट और परसेंटेज पार्ट. बाय डिफॉल्ट उसका परसेंटेज विल बी लेस ना. आई होप यू आर गेटिंग द आइडिया. व्हाट इज शोन इज दैट पार्ट, व्हाट इज रियलिटी इज दिस पार्ट, as per official DOPT website, not as per me. Getting the idea? So the first major relevance in the prelims examination is the following thing: people are not able to clear the prelims. Majority of the people who have cleared this prelim, for example, now I have recently launched one more initiative, that is Geography Evaluation and Mentorship, GEM initiative for geography, Geography Evaluation and Mentorship program. This is absolutely free for the students who are writing 2024 का means now in आपका, when you are writing this means अभी September 20. Logical? I'm telling you officially on the record. For this means, once I launch this initiative, when I launch this initiative, you can check it on the official website. Within 2 days, I have received 100 messages. मतलब I'm going to make a Telegram channel now. Because it is free, that means I have only asked the aspirant to share me their official admit card. And if they are really clear prelims, then only I am going to help them out. At least for this means. उसमें within 1 day, 1 to 1.5 days, I got 100 students who are writing means from geography. इसका मतलब ये हुआ कि most of them have cleared the prelims. That means geography has inherent advantage in prelims. 35 questions are directly from this. I hope you are understanding. So basically, there are basic myths and realities. So this is one of the myth about it. Percentage देखते हो ना आप, कौन से respect में percentage? That is a question. Getting the point? Which in what context you are speaking is very relevant or is very important. समझ में आया पूरा? Nature of this subject. Second, relevance in prelims and mains with the data I have explained. And now let me come to the one of the last point, that is basically आपका, it is very vast. So answer is yes, it is big, but not unmanageable. I will not lie. सिलेबस बड़ा है क्या? तो हाँ, every optional का syllabus is big. It is shown in different way. I have gone in detail. That is why it seems to be big. History का syllabus is the biggest. Despite that, Shruti Sharma got all India rank 1. कैसे मिला उसको? That also in recent times, when people think that only anthropology is working. I'm not criticizing any optional. It depends upon candidate. If candidate is preparing really well in a focused manner, definitely he can manage in 6 days. This is what, or 6 months. This is what I believe. Getting that it's about approach. So yes, it is manageable. Second, it is not scoring. Absolute myth. On YouTube, you are having 2 videos of me. One is a session with Kalpashri, a topper stock. Second is Shubham, just at the age of 22, he scored 298 in the very first attempt. Second, we are having Yashartha Shekhar, he scored 300 plus. We are having Naman Goel last year. We are having this year ka pura PDF. If I brought this, all India rank 17, 34, 41, all those names are with me. With the names, all of them have cleared with geography. You can see it on DOPT website. But there are many people from geography who are clearing this examination. Correct? That is why they have got selected into civil services. I hope you are getting the idea. So it is vast, not completely true. It is not schooling, that is also incorrect. Because students are scoring. Getting the idea. It is not resulting into final merit list, that is also incorrect. Because DOPT में वही तो है ना selected students. If I was bluffing, तो UPSC क्यों डालेगा उनका नाम? Getting the idea. And one more thing I want to tell you is that I want you to see all those selected candidates का GS का marks. They will get extraordinary marks in general studies. उनका average score of geography is about 281. और उनका GS का score average is 430 to 440. 430 to 440. सोचो इतना ज्यादा score in general studies is because of geography. मतलब geography is helping in mains also, general studies, and यहाँ पे भी 280 plus score आ रहा है average. I'm telling a mean number. तो इसका मतलब whatever are the myths, I hope you got the reality picture of it. Got it? Now question is, if it is vast, how to manage? That we will understand through the classes and the book list. In the classes, I will tell you about the classes and then I will tell you about book list. The classes will be about 3 to 4 hours per day. The classes will on go for about 4.5 months to 5 months because I need time. Because as per UPSC notification, it is MA level ka syllabus. If someone is finishing your optional in 120 hours or 180 hours, that is pura. I hope you got the word. Correct? कैसे हो सकता है? Your complete graduation of geography, MA of geography, complete graduation of PSIR, MA of PSIR, how can you do it in 150 hours? My question is this. Polity भी नहीं होता 150 hours में. Public administration छोड़ो. Common sense, you will realize that. So I need time. That is why I said the duration for about 4.5 to 5 months. Daily class will be about 3 to 3.5 hours. Complete optional will be taken by me. Okay, only one faculty, no 2 to 3 faculties. Fourth, basically the notes, each and every notes will be provided to you in the class in dictation form or PDF form. Dictation or PDF form यहाँ पे दूंगा मैं. I hope you are getting the idea. Plus certain books I will emphasize you to read. Books मतलब कौन सा books? Reference books. Not all are needed. Only few. Every book का, all reference books का, all the things I will give in dictation form, in learning form, or I will upload the PDFs. But you have to go through it. I hope you are getting the idea. So this is how the classes will be there. After this, I will, if you are having any doubts after the classes or weekly, I will give personalized mentorship. That is my word. And most important is basically आपका weekly wise or every fortnightly, after every 15 days or 7 days के बाद, I will ask you to write 7 to 10 answers. That if you write, if you bring back to me, I will evaluate it. So this is what is the classes and about teaching. I hope you got it. So in general, I will just show you the images, how the classes and the teaching goes through the images. Correct? So see this. This is how I will take each and every topic. One more important point. Each and every topic, every chapter will be completed in the class. For example, this is geomorphology. These are nothing but the topic ka names, total topic ka each and every point. These are the class notes of the last year. Each and every point will be taught to you in the following fashion. Every notes will be dictated. I hope you are getting the idea. Similarly, diagrams, case studies, introductions, conclusion of each and every point will be discussed. I hope you are getting the idea. This is not my notes. This is one of the notes. My notes matlab I have not written. I have dictated it. One of the student has drawn this one after dictation. So this is how it is going to go. Correct? And for all this, what you have to do for geography is to study certain books. One is आपका basic books. There are total 5 basic books. First is 11th standard का 2 NCERTs. Fundamentals of Physical Geography, India Physical Environment. These are the 2 NCERTs. After this, India People and Economy Standard 12 and Fundamentals of Human Geography. These are 2 NCERTs. And GC Leong. These are compulsory basic books. We have to read this. Got it? That I will teach you each and every point. Correct? Along with this, when you come to Physical Geography, Human Geography, Indian Geography. Physical Geography के लिए आपको पढ़ने 2 books. One major book that we are going to keep is Physical Geography by Savindra Singh sir. So basically, Savindra Singh sir का total 6 books are there. Geomorphology का separate, Climatology का separate, Oceanography का separate, Biogeography separate, Environment Geography separate. No need of purchasing all these 5 books. Purchase only one book. उसके बाद you are having Geomorphology by Savindra Singh. This is only for reference. I shall provide you the PDF of this book. उसमें से भी not all book 300 pages. You have to read 58 pages, which I will tick and give it to you. बस उतना ही पढ़ना है आपको. At the same time, Rupa made simple by Physical Geography. This is also reference books. इसमें से भी क्या पढ़ना है? I will give you the print out of it or PDF. Getting the idea? So these are the reference books for geomorphology, or I would say Physical Geography. I hope you got it. Next is basically Human Geography. Human Geography, population, settlement and theories. Population, settlement and perspectives. Geographic thought for perspective in Human Geography. Models and theories के लिए this book. छोटा books है ये. They are not big. छोटा books. I will give all the notes. And at the same time, Human Geography, it has population, settlement, बाकी का सारा part. So there are the 3 books and this is 1 book. That is 4 books you have to read. Correct? I will be teaching each and everything. For perspectives, for this geographic thought, you are having additional books as R.D. Dikshit sir ka book. No need to purchase. I will basically teach you from this. Getting the idea? And also Rupa made simple for economic geography. These are only reference books. Major books are ये. So कितना books पढ़ना है आपको? 1 and this 3. Correct? But no need to purchase. I am saying immediately. I will teach each and everything. आपको कुछ करने की जरूरत नहीं. बस यहाँ पे आके बैठना है. Getting the idea? And Indian Geography की एक ही बुक पढ़ना है, that is Dr. D.R. खुल्लर का बुक. Correct? D.R. खुल्लर का बुक. Along with this, I will emphasize you to, in general, build the interest. Read. We need compulsory Oxford Student School at least, Geography and EU magazine, Yojana and Kurukshetra. These are the magazines that you need for your value addition. I hope you are getting the idea. So these are the आपका basic book list that we are going to need. But no need to purchase anything. I will be giving everything. So syllabus समझ में आया, nature of the topic समझ में आया, everyone come on, book list समझ में आया, relevance in GS prelims and means with the date, classes and teaching that I mentioned, how much duration classes will be there, classes will be taken by me, about 5 months it will go on, 3 to 3.5 hours of the classes, is it clear? हाँ या ना, come on. उसके बाद basically mentorship दूंगा, write the answers weekly, I will evaluate, done, each and every topic of the syllabus I will cover. And I hope that you got the idea about what is the myth and what is the reality with respect to optional as a subject. So I will request you to be wise while choosing your optional, because optional, once you choose, you have to stick to it. It is very long-term process. You cannot switch it. I have seen many aspirants after taking the classes, then they will get into dilemma, sir, I am not getting that edge in that interest in that optional. Abhi main kya karu? It is very difficult to change it after 8 months of preparation. Very, very difficult. So that is why be wise before choosing it. And if you have any queries, you just tell me online also. And if you have any queries, my Telegram ID is as follows: Ashish _ Ghadge. So this is my Telegram ID. If you have any doubts, feel free to ask me on Telegram. Okay. Online students, if you have any doubts, one of the student is asking, sir, do you know about Rushikesh sir? Yes, I do know. Now sir is no more, but I do know him. He was my guru during my preparation, right? He was also from Maharashtra. I am also from Maharashtra. So when I was in Delhi, I was with him for the preparation. So Delhi में मैंने पूरा सारे classes किए दुनिया के. I know what is done, what is not done. few of the famous personalities will take certain part of the syllabus, not whole syllabus. Majority of the portion important is taken by other parts, by the other faculties. So here I will be taking alone all the complete geography. I hope you got it. Do you have any doubts? You can ask me. If you have any doubts, inch of a doubt in your mind, you ask me now. Huh. Yeah, so his question is, if you want to prepare for the master's level, 5 महीने में कैसे करेगा? Very simple. I am going to take each and every syllabus point. I am going to, on that syllabus point, I am going to go into detail. For that, what we are going to do, I will tell you. I am going to ask you to purchase 150 rupees ka one thing that is called as New Vishal Geography Optional Question Bank. Geography Optional Question Bank. In this Geography Optional Question Bank, what this publication has done, I will tell you what we are going to do. So this is your question bank. This is your syllabus. So in this syllabus, here let us take example geomorphology, or let us take example climatology. In climatology, first, as you have seen the notes, we are going to write all the points of the syllabus in our notes. Now let us take in this syllabus, this is आपका point number 1, this is point number 4, this is point number 9. Exactly point number 1, point number 5, point number 9. Correct? Now this is climatology, this is geomorphology. In this question bank, what this guy has done, this publication has done, he has divided the questions like this: geomorphology, for example, and from basically 1979 till 2023, he has put all the questions only on geomorphology. So when I am teaching point number 1, and if there are total 10 questions, imagine if there are total 10 questions, or basically there are total, to be precise, there are 79, abhi 2 add hue, 81 questions asked in past this much years. So we are going to see all that 81 questions. Here I will tell, today we have learnt topic number 4. Topic number 4 ka, this is the question, this is the question, this is the question. Getting the idea? So when I am teaching this particular part, I will make sure that I teach up to the required depth of the topic so that we can cover it holistically within 5 months. This is what is a general idea. But for example, it is not that all the topics need a lot of deeper understanding. Few topics need a lot of deeper understanding, few topics need a lot of vertical. How do I understand this? This I can understand it on the basis of the previous year questions. This is a previous year question bank. From this I will get the idea that topic number 4 has to be studied in following ways. In that way only I will study. So that is why this streamlining will become a bit faster. I hope you got it. This is the idea. Anyone? Any other doubt? Yeah, so she is asking, what is the change in the approach or the paradigm with respect to general studies geography and optional geography? Definitely this geography, general studies geography, is very, very shallow. Here it is very, very deep, where you are having detailed understanding. Yahan pe it is very, I would say at a very vague level. Correct? यहाँ पे सिर्फ ऊपर से पता होना चाहिए आपको, यहाँ पे पूरा डिटेल थिंकर्स थ्योरीज भी डालने हैं आपको. Getting the idea? So यहाँ पे डिटेल रहेगा यहाँ पे. So you need not to prepare for this. But you can also incorporate writing of these skills in general studies. Getting the idea? Without writing the name of the thinkers, वही लिखना है आपको. Getting the idea? What else? Yeah. So she is asking, how will geography help me for IFOS? For example, in IFOS, the popular options are 2. One is the forestry, and second is आपका geology or agriculture engineering. Correct? Agriculture भी नहीं है, agriculture engineering. So for Indian Forest Service, you have to opt for basically 3 subjects, 1, 2, 3, or sorry, 2 subjects. उसमें से one of the common subject taken is forestry, and second subject taken is geology. Now foundation of both of this is geography. Geology is a branch of geography, forestry is a branch of geography. बस इसमें डिटेल में और जाना है. फॉर एग्जाम्पल व्हेन यू आर स्टडीइंग जियोलॉजी, यू आर स्टडीइंग ऑल द रॉक्स, मिनरल्स वगैरह, बट उसका डिटेल केमिकल प्रॉपर्टीज वगैरह जियोलॉजी में रहेगा. फॉरेस्ट्री वी आर स्टडीड द वेजिटेशन, बस फॉरेस्ट्री में आपको नाम याद रखने उनके, द नेम ऑफ द ट्रीज, साइंटिफिक नेम्स वगैरह डिटेल में. उसका अंडरस्टैंडिंग ऑफ दिस 2 सब्जेक्ट्स इन डिटेल will be done in geography. That will definitely help you to align. That is why the people who are clearing forest service with the geography is optional are also able to clear forest service, because उनका वो दो जो optionals जो है ना, that becomes very very fast to learn and understand, because they are having conceptual clarity. उसमें सिर्फ facts याद रखना है, plus they are having answer writing practice also. I hope you are getting the idea. Anything else? Come on, online students, do you have any doubt? What is the class timing? One of the students is asking what is the class timing. The class timing will be informed to you. Last year it was in the morning. Uske last year it was in the evening. So I don't know when are they going to keep, but definitely it will not match up with overlap with the OGP classes. That is for sure. Okay. Anything else? Feel free to ask anything. Yes. Political aspects. He is asking correlationship of geography with the political aspects. I will show you through the syllabus only. Is it fine if I show you the syllabus? Come to this point. Political aspects, matlab you are speaking in the terms of two things. One, Indian polity, and secondly, with respect to international relations. Am I right? First, space relationship of India with the neighboring countries. To understand Indus Water Treaty, to understand issue of with respect to India and Myanmar, with respect to cross-border terrorism, with respect to drugs and fake currency Indian notes, understanding space relationship is very important. Now, this point is directly linked to this point. If you just see international boundary of India and related issues, cross-border terrorism. When you speak about Pakistan, we have to understand space relationship of India and Pakistan. For example, because you are asking this, I am showing this through a diagram. When you are studying space relationship, you also have to understand India and basically आपका Pakistan. For example, this is how it is. Now this is आपका India and Pakistan का border. Now here you are having marshy terrain, correct? Geography देखो, marshy terrain. Here you are having desert terrain, correct? Here you are having glaciers terrain, correct? This is your glaciers terrain, correct? Glacier terrain. Now we have to study space relationship of किसका? India with आपका Pakistan, because neighboring. This is a syllabus topic, correct? Now Pakistan का base terrorism issue is there, correct? Cross-border terrorism is there, correct? Indus Water Treaty is there, issue with respect to Siachen Glacier, issue with respect to आपका ये क्या है? Kutch वाला, correct? Sir Creek issue. Here first you have to understand basically boundary between India and Pakistan. It is very diverse from here till this part. What we call it is a Radcliffe line. So border issues आपको पहले पता करने का, Radcliffe line. From here, from Jammu section till basically this part, what we call it as basically आपका NJ 9842. You have to understand. उसके बाद basically this is Indira Coal and this is आपका Siachen Glacier and this is आपका basically the area that is Suction Valley shaded to this. So when I am studying geography, political geography, मतलब मुझे ये भी पढ़ना है India and ये वाला issue. Similarly about this cross border terrorism also I have to study from geographic perspective. उसके बाद when I am speaking about basically आपका Indian Ocean region, I have to understand पूरा का पूरा Indian Ocean region का blue economy and other aspects, correct? When I am speaking about India and federalism, so geographic nature of Indian federalism, I have to understand Panchayat Raj institutions for basically आपका decentralized planning and regional development. I also have to understand basically various formation of the states. I have to understand interstate issues. For example, आपका Karnataka and Tamil Nadu issue with respect to Kaveri water sharing is a geographic aspect. ये सारा है आपका पॉलिटिकल ज्योग्राफी. आप समझ में आया? ये पूरा इसमें पॉलिटिकल ज्योग्राफी भी आता है, बिकॉज अभी फॉर एग्जांपल वो छोड़ो, इसके लिए वी आर हैविंग थिंकर्स एंड थियरिस्ट. मतलब व्हाई इज दैट कि बेसिकली द होल ग्लोबल वर्ल्ड इज मूविंग टुवर्ड्स साउथ ईस्ट एशिया. वेयर वाज द फोकस वाज टुवर्ड्स द मिडिल ईस्ट पहले. नाउ द ग्लोबल ऑर्डर हैज शिफ्टेड टुवर्ड्स दिस पार्ट. व्हाई? बिकॉज वी कैन अंडरस्टैंड दिस थ्रू द रिमलैंड थ्योरी और स्पाइकमैन थ्योरी. Political geography, so it is directly relevant to polity also, political science also. आप कोई भी बोलो, these are all syllabus points. For example, जो अभी आपने देखा, those are all syllabus points. That is what we have to study. It has direct relationship with multiple aspects. I hope you understood. Any other doubts? One of the student is saying how to cover geomorphology book, separate book by Savindra Singh sir. I will send you the PDF. In that PDF there are total only about 58 to 65 pages that you have to study. The total number of pages are 330. ये पूरा नहीं पढ़ना है book geomorphology. You have to study just 58 pages. I will just tick the page numbers and the chapter numbers. Only those you study, and that also simultaneously with the class. I hope you got it. Any other doubts, guys? Come on. I hope you got all the idea about this geography. Pura uska relevance, how the classes are there, what is the nature and the scope of the subject, how it can be helpful, what is the reality and what is the myth, correct? I hope this will help you to choose this option wisely. And this is my Telegram ID. If you have any doubt related to any query with respect to geography, you can message me here. Okay? Thank you everyone. Thank you. एक minute, sorry sir. One of the student has one more query that he is saying that will you cover paper 1 and paper 2 separately or together? I will cover certain parts together, certain parts separately. That does not mean I will directly, for example, if I am teaching soils, directly I will come to Indian soil. That is also true, but not for all the topics. For certain topics, it is I will cover simultaneously. But for most this topic, I will also cover separately. I hope you got it, but definitely on the basis of the previous year questions and syllabus, I will complete the whole syllabus. Okay? Chalo. Thank you very much.